over the past few months, we have been shaken into remembering some of the darkness that is around us, with Paris, Beirut, Mali, all the suffering that is going on around the world. And it's been fascinating to see the reaction that people have had. People that would have never confessed to being a believer of any sorts have turned to prayer. And I think there's an innate longing in all of us for justice and for peace. And where people seem to be turning is God. In Isaiah chapter 9, verse 7, the first part, it says, "Of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end. He will reign on David's throne and over his kingdom, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forever." And I love in this passage because we see the eternal nature of God and this eternal story that we're part of ultimately partnering with God in restoring all of creation back to himself. N.T. Wright describes the story of the Bible as 5 acts of a play. The first act being creation, the second act being the fall of man, the third act being Israel and the story of God's children of Israel, and the fourth act being Jesus. And then we get this missing 5th act where we know the end of the play. We know that Jesus has won. We know that he is victorious and his kingdom has been established, a new heaven and new earth. But we live in this missing 5th act, he says. And in the Gospels, we see Jesus saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And that means not only the kingdom of heaven is just far away and not within grasp, but it is at hand. It is something to be grasped. It is something within reach. And in this missing 5th act, as he says, actually our role is to partner with this eternal story that God is writing. This story where his kingdom is being established on earth. This story where heaven is meeting earth, that he's restoring the whole of creation back to himself. And we get to be part of that. We get to be part of this unfolding nature. And in this verse in Isaiah, we see that his kingdom is one of justice. His kingdom is one of righteousness and of peace. And we look through the Bible, we look through the life of Jesus, and we see more about what his kingdom is like. We see it's a kingdom of unity. We see it's a kingdom of restoration, a kingdom of love. That as we delve into the word, as we delve into more of the Bible, we get to see what this kingdom is like and this story that we are part of. And what I love in this verse in Isaiah is it says about the increase of his government and peace. That actually the kingdom of God is unfolding. It hasn't stopped. It's not standing still, but it is unfolding. It's increasing. And in this time where we're seeing maybe more and more darkness than we've ever seen, actually the kingdom of God is unfolding. That there is hope because God is still king. That his kingdom is being established on this earth and we get to be part of that. And so this Christmas Eve, I want to challenge you and excite you to have hope. Have hope that the king is still king, that his kingdom is being established, and that we know he has the final word.